Okay, let's clap. Uh, I want to first of all say good morning. It's a Feel Good Friday. It is Friday, April the 19th, 2024, 11 minutes after the hour. Guys, welcome to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ, and the Queen, Miss Miko. Only place on earth where you get your morning started, right? That chat room's wide open, or you can call in 570-982-6950. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team on all medias. Thank you so much for taking the time out to rock with us this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We hope you're safe and your family as well on this Feel Good Friday. This is where you get your morning love. I say it each and every morning, but most importantly, like I said just a minute earlier, the only place on this whole entire earth, in this universe, in this realm, on District 9, where you get your morning started right. To the Queen, SennyJ, good morning. God bless. Good to see you. You're looking well. And how are you, young lady?
Good morning, Sean. I'm doing great. Good morning to everybody listening. We have an amazing show for you today. We're going to get started with Senny Says, where I will let you know what is going on in Hollywood and entertainment news. We're also going to have Front Page News with Senny J, where I will let you know what is going on locally, nationally, and globally. So you guys want to make sure you stick around for that.
Of course, you want to stick around for that and all that we have to offer. I know there's no one in the chat room, and I know Cindy's going to do one of her fluff stories, but I want to say this first before people enter the chat room. They Roma Johnson, good morning. And like I said, this morning, Cindy, we were going to dedicate the show this morning to our beloved Vanetta George Henry. It's her birthday, and it's weird. In this, what season is this in the Zodiac City? What season is it? I'm not a good
I
Zodiac
don't
guy.
even know, and
I
I
think it's
should
Aries,
know.
right? Last month was Pisces.
Oh
That was
yeah.
mine. Is it Aries? Well, put a number one chat room. It's Aries. I have no idea. But
I
Cindy, I want to say, and throughout the show, we'll show love to Vanetta George. And folks, as you start coming into the chat room, let's show Vanetta George some love for her birthday. But not only that, Cindy, I want to say one more thing. Okay. Not only are we with not only do we show the one and on say something to me, go real quick.
Good morning, good morning, good
Okay.
morning.
Okay. So Cindy, not only do I want to say a happy birthday, like we're going to show Vanetta George some love on her birthday, and we do appreciate her support throughout the years. We also want to say, Cindy, um, a happy birthday to Audrey A. Johnson yesterday, and Avis Denise, Sinjay, who are both
Yes, I saw that.
who both supporters of this show. But the interesting part about this, Miss Miko, is the fact that I guess they have the birthday in the same, they're celebrating in the same season, and they linked up and they went to Aruba, I believe. They've been posting pictures, and Avis Denise posted a picture of her and Audrey A. Johnson, I guess, in a lobby somewhere. They were looking really beautiful, enjoying the sun on their, birthday celebration. And when Avis Denise sent me this picture of both of them, it warmed my heart. And I'll tell you why. Because collectively, Harvey has brought a lot of people together here, and he doesn't get proper credit.
Didn't
I don't care if
they
you don't
know
like.
each other before?
No, they met each other on the show. They didn't know each
Did
other.
they?
They didn't know
Oh
each
no,
other.
that was Damaris. Sorry, I
They
thought
know each
Damaris.
other through this show. And I want to say this. I want to say this. I don't care how you feel about your boy Harvey on a Feel Good Friday, whether if you like me or not, you love me or hate me. If you come in contact with your boy Harvey via this show, know this. There is no denying that your morning king has got a lot of you people connected together. No
Well,
doubt about it. It can't be disputed. whether you like me or not, but somebody that's connected to this show that you're connected with that are now great. You guys are great friends with each other, even if you don't like me no more. You can't deny the fact that Harvey has put you guys together through the universe and through this show.
You bring me people together, Shawn?
I bring people together, whether they like me or not. And that's one of my purpose on this earth. So happy birthday to Vanetta George. We show love throughout the show. Avis Denise and Audrey A. Johnson, who I love to death. And Audrey A. Johnson and I have many battles on this show throughout the years. But it warmed my heart to see these two young ladies connect throughout the years and then celebrated their birthday days together abroad in a beautiful location. So God bless all three of these young ladies. That's the first thing I want to say. And the second thing I want to say is shout out to Miss Miko with her Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team fly ass hoodie that Cindy and I wore yesterday. So you're, as usual, you're a day behind. Now, the third thing I want to say is this, and then I'm gonna move on because there's one more thing, two more things, and I'm gonna yield my time back to these young ladies. The third thing I want to say is, as I let SennyJ know and also Miss Miko, even though it's in April, we talked about this in the beginning of the week. We have a date for the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team live podcast again, this time in Brooklyn, New York, at 275 Park, Laughaholics Comedy Club. We're in the building. I know it's a long way from now, but I got to share it. The date is Saturday, October the 26th. We need everybody. Doors open up at 3:00. We start podcasting at 4, and then we're going to party. I'm calling on everyone. We need to sell this show out. I couldn't get this.
That's right before SennyJ's birthday, Shawn. You said October 26th?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
SennyJ's birthday.
A little something.
SennyJ's birthday is the next day on 27th.
Right. That's something like it's right before her birthday.
Yeah.
So we can, we could throw the SennyJ birthday in the play as well. But the club was like, Shawn, we love you to death, and you could do what you want here, and thank you, but you can't get that prime time night slot at 8:00. And I want to prove 275 Park wrong, guys. Let's sell out this 4:00 in the afternoon show. Doors open up at 3. That's on Saturday, October the 26th. I need everyone, and we need everyone in the building. Now, the last thing I want to say is this, and then I'm gonna give my time. Shout out to my beloved that's next to me, SennyJ. Okay, and I'm gonna say this, and also shout out to you, Tamiko, but I'm gonna just focus on Cindy for a minute.
No, you don't have
Cindy. I reached out to Tamiko yesterday, guys. I said, Tamiko, we're gonna do the show. Don't worry, we're doing the show. It's live. We're gonna do it live tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Tamiko immediately texts me the first thing in the morning. Are we doing the show? calling Cindy and I frantically. And I don't know why we're doing the show. And then, guys, I want to just share this with you. I called Cindy. I said, Cindy, come on, we're gonna go do the show. Cindy texts me, Shawn, I'm so tired. I can't do the show. And I know how that feels. And we all know how it feels. And sometimes we just absolutely too tired to do the show. And you people that are listening and supporting the show, you can't be mad at us. Can't be mad. We are dedicated and committed to the show throughout the years. So when Cindy hit me up and said, I am too tired, I said, don't worry about it, because Tamiko's going to be in the building. We'll do it together. Cindy was like, let me put my clothes on. I'm going to start doing the show. Don't worry about it. So I want to give a special shout out to both these young ladies, but I want to give a shout out to SennyJ, because I just spoke to her 3 minutes ago, and when she picked up the phone, and she sounded like a man.
I think we all sound like that when we wake up in the morning, Shawn.
So I want to say thank you to both of these young ladies for their commitment to this show. I truly appreciate both of you. Thank you But now, one more thing. October. I know. October's 17 years away from now. I get it. But this means a lot to all three of us. We also, Rel Holla be sitting on that panel for a few minutes, doing his thing for a few minutes. Sharon Barnes will be doing her thing for 5 minutes. But this thing is focused on these two queens that are next to me and your boy Harvey. Come on out and support the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen SennyJ and the Queen Miss Miko. Saturday, October the 25th. No, October 26th. 26th. We're coming to Brooklyn. That is the home of Miss Miko.
Word.
And I stayed in. It was my home as well in early 2000s when I was staying with this Dominican chick for 2 weeks. So I yield my time. Thank you so much for your support, and we truly appreciate you, Senny. Since Miss Miko is on the panel this morning, I'll yield my time to her. And God bless.
Okay.
Which was on your mind, Miss Miko, before Senny started doing her thing. And that's another thing, guys. We're gonna do a quick show and then we're out of here. Go ahead, Senny.
All right. Y'all want to do the weather or y'all want to do Miss Miko's tips?
Do the weather, please, if you don't mind.
Okay. It's spring, y'all. Happy spring. So today in Bethlehem, PA, Lehigh Valley, whatever you want to call it, where we broadcast live from, it's currently 62 degrees, going to a high. I'm sorry, it's 41 degrees, going to a high of 62. It's going to be cloudy, but come on, weather. Come on, come on, come on. No sun, but it's going to be good weather. New York City, same deal. It's 47 currently, going to a high of 57. So you're going to be a little bit cooler than us, but still you're going to have that good weather. So go out, enjoy. Take an umbrella because it may or may not rain. It's like a 30% chance they're saying on the news. We don't know for sure, but go outside and enjoy the weather and stick with us. The only place on earth where you get your morning started right.
Where you get your morning started right. She is definitely correct on that part. But Cindy, I went outside to walk Cooper and it's like 20 degrees outside. It's cold out here for some strange reason.
It got a little bite to it.
Okay.
I know. I had my window open, so I felt it this morning.
And that's another thing I just want to ask. I'll ask Miss Miko this question first before we move on to SennyJ and her stories, and then back to Miss Miko with her tips. Senny, I ask you first. No, Miss Miko, I ask you first, and then Senny just answered the question, but I want to elaborate a little bit more. Miss Miko, do you sleep with windows open in your crib?
In the spring and the fall, yes, it's the best sleep in the world. The best sleep. That's how we've been sleeping. Like we turned off all the air. We just been opening up the windows, especially the back windows. Oh my God. Yeah. We've been sleeping with it.
SennyJ, you already answered the question, but just please elaborate. You sleep with the windows open?
Yeah, because my comforters get me hot a little bit. And I mean, it hasn't really been, my room is like on the top floor, so it gets hotter up here. I still have my heat on. The heat's still on. I kept it on like 70 all winter. So then when the weather started getting warm, kind of in the night, I was like, let me open the window. And then it's just stayed open. But this morning I felt it. It feels a little chilly in my room for sure. What's wrong with sleeping with the window open?
SennyJ and Miss Miko, first of all, I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't sleep with the windows open at all. Even though we do have the screen, by the window, I believe. I don't want no foreign objects flying into the crib, with the windows open. I've always had a fear of that. I don't like windows open. I don't like things flying in. I'm scared of all of that. I appreciate
nothing's gonna
You don't
fly
have to.
in.
Yeah, I'm like nothing's gonna come. You don't have the screen, Sean.
Yeah, I do have the screen, but but still, even with the screen, you never know what kind of anything could come in from the outside. I don't know. Maybe because I'm from the Bronx and we have gated windows and big boards blocking our windows. I don't know, but I'm afraid to crack these windows and bring that fresh air into the crib. Maybe it's because the way I was brought up. Put a number 1 chat room if you sleep with the windows open like these 2 young ladies. Put a number 2 if you don't.
Windows always open.
Okay, Spinning, what's going on?
Um, okay, the first story that I have, of course, everybody's been talking about the WNBA draft and how the girls, the women, the pay disparity, they're not, you know, for 4 years they're making, I think Caitlin Clark, they said she's making about $280,000, breaks down to about 75,000 a year. Um, Shaq decided to speak up and has something to say about it, which is kind of echoing the same sentiments that everybody keeps saying about the WNBA, which I think, I mean, regardless, is a bunch of BS. But um, Shaq is urging the public to buy jerseys and show up to games following outrage over leaked WNBA rookies' salaries. He recently spoke about the rising fanfare surrounding the WNBA and the pay gap between men and women players. The Lakers legend expressed his excitement that the league is receiving more notoriety and shared how fans can directly affect women's basketball stars' ability to earn more money. He spoke about it during a recent interview where he said, "This was the first time in my career that I woke up and wanted to watch women and not really care about the men." He said, "I saw the young ladies' salaries leaked online and people are in an uproar. It's now time for people to start supporting the women like they support the men." In case you're unfamiliar, social media users have been expressing their shock following the WNBA draft, specifically number one draft pick Caitlin Clark's salary reportedly leaked, alleging she'll only earn $338,000 over 4 years, while the NBA number one draft pick will reportedly earn $55 million with his 4-year contract. Collectively, WNBA rookies reportedly earn less than 1% of NBA rookies, with the latter's contract averaging nearly $10 million annually. Um, Shaquille O'Neal added, "It's all about the economics. We can pay our guys these crazy contracts because we generate a lot of money. So now that there's excitement behind Caitlin Clark and the Angel Reeses of the world, make sure you go and support them." Um, he said, "Buy the jerseys, buy the tickets, show up at the games. The more money they make, the more money they'll be able to make. It's a great turnaround for the ladies." Um, I
uh,
mean, I just feel like it's not enough. I mean, I don't think it's anything. I think people showing up to the games and doing everything this season is still not going to be enough to turn it around.
uh,
Um, in time to make any real difference. And I think they
uh,
can find and I think they can find the money elsewhere.
uh, only place on earth where you can want to start right, the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen, SennyJ, and the Queen, Miss Miko. And thank you so much, SennyJ, for dragging your ass here this morning. I appreciate you. And Miss Miko, where did you go?
I'm here, Shawn. I can hear you. I just got to do something real quick.
Oh, and Cindy, at any point, if you need to bail out of this show, Tamiko will take your place. And like my mother said, thank God for Jesus for that. And shout out to Miss Miko for wearing a Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team hoodie. I was about to curse, but I'm gonna curse anyway. That shit is banging right now.
Boy.
Shaquille O'Neal, and happy birthday to Vanetta George Henry, also Avis Denise, and Audrey A. Johnson. So everybody in the chat room, if you're in the chat room right now, let's show our beloved Vanetta George, the ambassador of the chat room, heavy birthday love. And I
Word.
also spoke to Prince Cox No Pause yesterday, SennyJ, for a moment and congratulated her on his film festival. And he's going to give us some information. Hopefully, some of us can make it out and support him. I've been saying this from day one. Shaquille O'Neal is speaking the whole truth and nothing but the truth, or as slaves say back in the day, nothing but the gospel truth. I've been supporting the NBA on the WNBA on this show before these two ladies were even thought about it. You can't, at this moment, you can't compare the WNBA and the NBA financially. It's just night and day. A lot of folks on social media, they shock with these numbers, but these are actually very high numbers that Caitlin Clark is receiving as far as salary.
Sean, could I ask you a question? Are they getting like sponsorships and stuff? Because I thought Caitlin Clark was good because they're getting sponsors and stuff. Is
Yeah,
that happening?
I'm gonna get to that in a second.
Okay.
Now, if you take a look at what the WNBA teams are worth, there's nothing in comparison to what the men teams are worth, respectively. The New York Knicks franchise is worth about, if you want to take a look at it, Cindy or Miss Miko, it might be worth about over $1 billion, just that one team.
Right.
The Los Angeles Lakers are worth, these teams are worth billions of dollars.
Right.
And I say this respectively. The Washington Mystiques and the New York Liberties and these guys, they might be worth a couple of $1 million. And it will grow as time go on. I think it'd be another two more generations before it takes off and these women can get paid like the men.
Mm-hmm.
And then where they play plays a big part. Some of these teams have their own arenas where they can have a capacity about a few thousand, 8,000, 10,000. Then some of them play in the arenas that like the Liberty used to play in Madison Square Garden, but they couldn't fill up the arena. They couldn't do it. So where do they find the money? The one thing that Caitlin Clark did that I was really pleased about, goes to Ms. Miko's point, is that she signed the contract for the $300,000 for the 4 years or whatever it is. She's going to make about $20 million with Nike.
Yeah.
So what do we talk about? We're almost there, but Shaquille O'Neal's right. We have to support it. You got to buy the jerseys. You got to purchase the sneakers, and you got to go to the games. So then the value of the teams increases, and then they could pay more in salary. Now, let me ask this question to the men: are you wearing WNBA jerseys, men? Because us men are going to have to purchase some of this merchandise. And I'll tell you right now on this show that Shawn Harvey will purchase a WNBA shirt. I need an extra large if you don't mind, because I want to contribute to the pot so these women can make this money. And that's what it's about. It's the value of the team.
Right.
You can't compare the NBA franchises to the WNBA and the TV ratings. The WNBA is not getting the television contracts like the NBA is, even though they did have the record breaking viewership with LSU and Iowa a few weeks back, which I celebrated along with everyone else. It has to be on a consistent level, just because. And then people on social media, they don't even know what they're talking about, because people are always typing, don't know what they're saying. Shaq cleared it up for us. Shaq cleared it up with us, and it didn't have to go into no deep. But he didn't have to philosophize about it. He just said it. Buy more merchandise, support the teams, go to the games. The value of the team goes up, the salaries will go up. And that's it. And that's what the issue here. It has nothing to do with the men getting paid more than the women. It's the value of the franchises.
I mean, yes, and everybody says that, and it's so easy to say that, but historically, even working regular jobs, men get paid more than women. I mean, let's not take away from the fact that society, the patriarchy that we are in, which is run by men, which everything has to go under men first, they push out male things more than they push out women. And I wouldn't be surprised if the WNBA is run by men. And
It is.
you can say, oh yeah, just support the women, just support the women. The people behind the organization need to support the women.
So,
They don't encourage these NBA players to go to the WNBA games or do anything like that. They just want to say, oh yeah, the women, da da da. just in general. They know that sports is a male dominated thing. Most men watch sports and they don't want to push it out. I mean, they don't want to put the marketing behind it. They don't want to put the funding behind it. Regular women going to work every day are working the same job as men, fighting to get paid the same. And this is a fact. So let's just stop acting like it's not enough public participation. These organizations are worth billions of
Where's
dollars,
the
and
money?
they don't want to put the money where they're supposed
Now
to. That's
now I
why.
do
You just
agree
want
with
to
you.
they just want to blame it on the consumer, but they don't
Okay,
push out
I
women's
Cindy,
do
athletics. The
I
only
Cindy.
time
do
people talk about women's athletics is when there's transgenders involved. Oh, hence men trying to infiltrate women's sports.
and
I
then
mean,
you're gonna
they don't
then you're
talk
gonna
about
and
transgenders in the female. They never talk about female transgenders in male sports. It always has to do with males invading women's sports and trying to change things that women do. We are in a male dominated society, so of course they're never going to put anything towards women. Stop trying to
uh
blame the consumer and
Cindy.
I am blaming the consumer, but you are right in certain workplaces and in society where yes, men do make more money than women. But now trending now, if you look at the stats, African American women are actually making more money than African American men. So this trend, give it another
and
generation, I think
still
it'll be a
making
bit.
less than white men. So
Excuse me, excuse
it
me,
don't make no difference how
excuse
educated they are either.
excuse me,
They
excuse
don't
me.
support women. America does not support women.
I think America
Period.
do support women. I think
They
women
don't.
don't.
That's why we can't have abortions now. They don't.
I think women don't support women. But what I'm saying is this:
Oh
there's a
boy, here
bench,
we go.
there's a benchmark that will be met in a few generations when folks support these franchises. You're right. In the mainstream workplace, like I just said, yes, men do make more money than women. But in this case, yes, it's consumer based. That's the way they get paid. It's sponsorship. That's the way they get paid. And okay, if you want some of the men basketball players to come over there and drum up some promotion, I'm with that. But you said something that was real key here, and this is the problem you're really gonna have. Wait till that first transgender basketball player want to step into the WNBA. Then what's gonna happen?
They need to
You're gonna
not
lose.
step into the WNBA.
No, no,
They're
no.
they're
Let them
they're
step
They need to
in.
stay out. They need to stay
No,
out.
let them. No, 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 no. If the chick with the penis want to play basketball, let her play.
She don't. She don't.
Why not?
She don't.
City
Y'all
says it.
always
It's
want
all
one shot.
inclusive. It's all inclusive. It's about this money. So I tell
no.
you one thing: you better make a decision, WNBA. You better keep them transgender women out of your sport because it's gonna be a wrap. And what if dudes can't make the NBA and then and they struggle throughout their basketball career and they can't make the NBA and then they make a press conference the next day and declare they sells a woman and they want to play in the WNBA? What you gonna do about that?
Whatever.
All right.
It's BS.
Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. And Miss Miko, if you want to look real quick, compare any WNBA team wealth to an NBA team. It's no comparison. And the game, even though women's basketball is exciting, I'm a sports fan. I love to watch women basketball. I watch more women basketball than both these women on this panel right now. But what
One
I will
does
tell
Cindy,
you this,
one does
Lee and
us
Princess is going
watching the
in on you
game.
right now, sis. Lee
and
I
and
don't
and,
said
watch
and,
the game.
it's
and
a
I don't
man's
watch.
world, and
I don't
Princess
watch
said you
the.
won't be nowhere near an NBA game. Get it together.
So what? Me going to a game doesn't have anything
They
to do
going
with
in on you right now. They said, "What are we
that.
doing
Doesn't
here?
have
You don't be
that.
nowhere. You don't even watch it on TV."
I don't have to. I don't watch NBA on TV. I don't support the NBA over the WNBA. I don't watch hockey. I don't watch baseball. I'm not a sports person. So I'm not going to watch. First of all, y'all already know I don't give a damn about sports. I don't give a damn about entertainers. I feel like all this money, $55 million for a player when we have people sleeping on the streets. I don't give a damn about none of that. But
listen,
I feel like you're a $1 billion corporation and you're over here talking about how you can't pay these women at least $1 million. There's You turn on the TV every 5 seconds, ESPN, watch this NBA game. Where is the promotion for a WNBA game? You don't hear
Listen,
nothing about that. You don't hear
okay,
nothing about none of the players are doing. They don't do no spotlights. They don't have no social media
they
presence.
do,
You
they
don't hear
do.
nothing.
Yes, I'm sorry for cutting you off. Yes, they
They
do.
Compared
They
starting to now. I've been
they
seeing a
have
little bit.
compared
promotions
to what the NBA puts out as far
because
as
Cindy,
commercials and
the NBA,
advertising, it's
Cindy,
not the same.
Cindy, that because Cindy, are you okay? I know you're tired. I just said it 2 minutes ago. The ad revenue and the money is comparison to night and day for both organizations. And number two, one more thing. Let's keep it real. The NBA is more exciting. It's a more exciting game. It's the men
I mean,
are
you
more
keep
excited.
saying that, but
Excuse
people
me,
have been exhilarated this past
excuse me,
season. People have
This
been
year
excuse.
you can't
exhilarated.
say that because I don't
Yes,
watch
the men. Yes,
basketball. But this year, them girls was balling. Them girls
no,
was
they
really
playing.
playing
I
ball
know.
this
I'm
year.
not
And I don't
saying.
even watch basketball.
I
They was getting
understand that,
busy.
and Mr. Miko, I agree with you. I'm not going to argue with you, but what I will say is this: I'm not going to argue your point. I agree with you, but when I say this, and this is facts, the men's basketball is 20 times more exciting than the women's play. We're dealing with
That's
men
because
here.
that's what they want to put out, and that's the
No, what
highlight
do you mean
reels
that's
that
what
you
they
want
want
to
to put
see.
out? It's what it is.
Right.
That's what they're putting
That's
out.
what
They
they
put
want
out
to.
their highlight reels. You don't ever see them putting out no girls highlight reels and all this other stuff. They don't.
Why?
They don't push it out. Do you want
Why?
to get
Why?
you want to get something out there
Why?
just like you
Okay, Cindy.
starting now, you starting in April, a promotion for October because you want people to come. So exactly. So you're gonna put it in as many people's faces as you can all the time.
Cindy.
So if you don't
Cindy.
want to put the ad revenue into promoting something to try and get it to where you want to be, then it's gonna be where it's at. And
Cindy.
that's on period. They
Cindy.
want
It's
to promote
unfortunate.
everything else every 5 seconds.
Cindy.
They don't promote that.
Cindy, it's unfortunate that you can't see the bigger picture. I'm not mad at
I
you for
know
that.
what the bigger
But what
picture
I'm
is.
saying
They
is this.
don't support women
What,
in
what I'm
every
saying is,
facet. Women
Cindy,
have to fight to get put on
Cindy,
anywhere.
the men's game. I'm a sports fan.
Okay.
Men's game is 10 times more exciting and more interesting than the women. The women, it still gives the
To you, that's
it,
your
it still
opinion.
it still gives the same emotion. It still get. I was caught up in women's basketball over the last couple of weeks in March Madness. I was caught up in the emotions like everyone else. But when it comes to the men's Finney, it goes to a whole nother level with men playing basketball. It's just a more exciting game. That's all I'm saying.
That's because that's how they market it to you, and that's why you
Oh
think
my
it's
God.
exciting.
Right. Right. Like
All right.
Rosa
I mean,
said,
All right.
it's in the
I'm a
how long was
spotlight.
complete idiot.
Right.
how long was the NBA going before they even started the WN? If they wanted to do all that, they should have started it at the same time. Give
Are
it the
you
same type
serious
of
right now? They
revenue.
were playing
But
basketball.
women
This is not the
again
first time.
because
Excuse me. Excuse
go
me.
ahead,
This
go
is
ahead.
not the first time they started a women's basketball league, SennyJ. The
No, but
WNBA
did
has
they
been going on
start
for
it?
the last
But did they
24 years.
start it?
They
Did
had a
they
league
start it
before
at the
that.
same? But did they start it at the same time?
Of
How long
course, they
apart
didn't
did they
start at the
start the
same
W?
time.
But why not? Women have been
What?
playing basketball just as long as men have because they don't want to support it. Then
And
women
what?
always have to bring
Or
up
maybe
the
it's this.
rear. Women have to bring up
You know
the
what? I'm done.
rear and
Oh,
then push
Cindy,
yo,
it's
themselves
a
forward.
mess.
They don't
yo.
start them at the
Uh,
same
uh,
time. Women
what,
always have to prove
are you,
themselves.
Cindy?
Because I told
Are you
you,
all
we're in
right?
a patriarchy where all
Are
you
you all
want to
right?
do is support
How
men.
many? Miss Miko, I'll ask you
Period.
this question because I think this woman's delusional right now. How many things have started at the same time? How many things have started in this earth on the same time?
They
At the
should
same
though.
time,
They
things
should
started at the same.
though. They
No,
should though.
no, you have
How
to
you gonna
Even
jump.
a
get the
man was
men?
created before a woman in the Bible, Cindy.
Listen. You, if you don't mind, come back here to District 9 because you're out there in La La Land right now. A lot of things don't start at the same time. That's first of all. Second,
But
the
when things do start, they start with the men first, don't they?
so what's the problem with that?
Be-
Is there a problem with that?
Because that's the whole thing I'm
Is
saying.
there a problem?
Men
Is
and
there a problem with
women
men stuff?
should be equal in the things that they're
What?
doing. You can't
Me?
promote men to do everything and then
Excuse
think, well,
me?
the men are just better. They're just better.
No,
No,
I
that's because
said
they were
men were
introduced
He
to
just
you
didn't
better.
say
first. It
that.
was because it was
Who
introduced to you
said
first and
this?
made you like it more.
See, the
That's
problem.
the goal of a patriarchy, Sean. Do you
Oh
understand
my
that?
God. This, Miss Miko, this is coming from resentment based ideals. from
Why shouldn't
SennyJ.
women be resentful that they have to
You
constantly
are
fight and prove
resentful.
themselves over and over
You
again
are
when men can
resentful.
just come out there and just do
Are,
whatever and everybody's supposed to praise what they're doing?
are you
It is
serious right now?
resentful. It is a resentful thing. And I'm sure those
It
women,
is
I'm
not.
sure Brittany
That's
Griner
something that.
is real resentful, having to spend years in jail just
Okay.
trying to make a check.
Okay, Miss Miko, are you resentful for men that started civilization before women? Are you resentful?
I'm not resentful.
Do you give a goddamn?
Don't care neither way.
Exactly. So this is something personal with Cindy J. I'm not mad at you, Cindy. You do have your opinions, and you do have some of your facts. But with this one right here, you're off the District 9, young lady. All right, we're gonna move on.
To you.
Happy birthday. What do you guys? Okay, I'm gonna ask everybody in the chat room. Number one, which game is more exciting to watch? The NBA or the WNBA? Which one
Or
is more
C,
exciting?
neither.
Which one is more exciting to number one if it's the NBA, number two if it's the WNBA? Which was I'm just gonna ask everybody, which one is the most exciting game? One, the NBA, two, the WNBA. All right, let's move on. We're gonna go to Miko tips because I'm about to my head's about to blow right now. Pause. Which one
They're
is more
cursing Cindy out
exciting?
in the chat room, Cindy.
I know, and Michael Grass, I don't think saying it louder makes me right. I'm saying it louder because Sean doesn't give me a chance to talk. He goes on for 20 minutes. And whenever I bring up my point, he doesn't let me talk. So I talk over him.
Yeah, yeah.
He's entitled to his opinion, and I'm entitled to mine too. And that's how I feel about it. If you guys enjoy the NBA game, that is perfectly fine. You should. You're men. You've been conditioned to like
Oh
it.
my God! You
So
see,
so so
and then you
enjoy
see,
the NBA. Enjoy it.
you see, and then you wonder why I talk over you sometimes, Cindy J, to
You
try to
talk over
save
me
you from your.
90% of the time, but go
I, I,
ahead.
I I talk over you sometimes, Cindy J, and not 90% of the time to save you from yourself.
I don't
All right,
need
let's
to be
move on.
saved from
Oh,
myself.
yes,
I'm
you
very
do.
strong in my convictions and I know what the hell I'm talking about. But go ahead with your loving the NBA because that's
All
what
right,
y'all
Miss
been
Miko.
conditioned to do.
Miss Miko, how many folks like number one if they find the NBA more exciting or
A
number two?
lot.
What
More
they
number ones than number twos. Yeah.
lie number one?
A lot of number ones, yeah.
Well, there you go. Give
Actually, I don't
Cindy
see
a
any number twos, to be honest with you. It's all number one.
right. So and you know what? If you don't mind, give Cindy a number two. Let her be in District 9 by itself.
And
Uh,
half the time the NBA they're throwing themselves on the floor for no reason. So I don't know how that's an exciting game. Them flopping every 5 minutes. I mean, I don't really know what's exciting about that. Seeing a 6'5" guy constantly rolling around on the ground and whining to the ref. But go
Miss
off. That's a great game.
Miss Miko, I'll ask you,
Yes, Sean.
what's the more exciting game? The NBA or the WNBA? I ask you.
Sean, I don't watch any, but I caught a glimpse of them girls balling and I was impressed. I actually sat down and was like, yo, these girls can really ball. So I'm gonna say for me it was two because I've never seen women play like that before.
Okay, so we have two number twos here in the chat room, and we have one number one, and it's your boy Harvey. And everybody else in the chat room said it's a number one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's move on. Welcome to the show, any place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Listen, we have breaking news earlier in this show. The podcast is returning live to a live studio audience with a comedy show and and some music with DJ Hot Sauce. That Saturday, October. I know. This is like 14,000 years from now, but it's Saturday, October the 26th at Comedy in Harlem. The last two Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team podcast is sold out. Live audience. All the information to be out shortly. And come on out and support. All right, come on, Miss. And we want, and listen, let's prove 275 Park wrong. They didn't give us the 8 o'clock slot, the 7 o'clock slot. because you know they have the comedy that night. Let's prove them wrong. Let's sell it out in the afternoon, the time slot that they gave us. To know that if they would have gave us the 8 o'clock spot, we would have still sold it out.
Right.
So I call on all our listeners and all our supporters to come on out, and we'll leave a storyline between now and October. Cindy and Miss Miko, we need to do the photo shoots. We need to do heavy promotion. We got to put that work in uh,
Yep.
to make sure it's right. So please, y'all come on out and support the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring Wake Up Team with the Queen SennyJ and the Queen Miss Miko. All right, Miss
Yeah,
Miko,
come
go
out and
ahead.
see me yell.
You said what, Cindy?
I said, come out and see me yell.
Shots fired. You guys, for Miss Miko's tips today is going to be twofold. I'm going to do one half this week and the other half next week. It's about spring cleaning. So this week we're going to talk about what's needed for spring cleaning and where you should clean. And next week we'll go room by room, like kitchen, bathroom, den, garage, that kind of stuff. So what we want to first talk about is, what do you need to spring clean? You need bucket, clean microfiber cloths. Don't use the old one that you've been mopping up stuff with. Clean cloths, sponges, a reusable spray bottle, because we're going to add the vinegar and the baking soda and the water solution so that you can keep your house kind of tidy and allergy free. We're going to need a duster, dish soap, vacuum, broom, and mop. So those are what you're going to start with today for your spring cleaning. Next is, what do you clean? Baseboards. A lot of y'all forget about that baseboard. Baseboards are as important in cleaning as it is cleaning your walls and your ceilings. You're also going to dust those hard to reach places. They have the long dust, the dust on top of the refrigerator, over your headboard, because little dust mites get caught up there a lot. Wipe down your walls and ceilings. And this is something I do. You guys may not, but replace those grout lines in your bathroom, because they get weathered after a while. You're taking a shower, the water is seeping in there, they start to crack. So if you have time and patience, go ahead and just buy some grout replacer and reseal those grout lines. You want to polish up all your metal doors. If you have a metal doors, you're going to want to wipe down the doorknobs as well as your windows. My windows look pretty bad right now. I can't even show you my windows. So I'm going to go out there today and I'm going to clean outside and inside my windows. And also, you want to clean your light fixtures and ceiling fans. Another place where dust hides is on top of the ceiling fans. If you take your finger and you just wipe it, it's hella dust. So make sure you get those ceiling fans and those light fixtures. So those are places that you should definitely concentrate on cleaning for the spring. The next week we'll go room by room to see what we're going to do in the kitchen, what we're going to do in the bathroom. And that is Miss Miko's tips. Go ahead, Shawn. I see the face.
Yeah. Not Miss Miko's
Uh,
spring cleaning series.
you go,
It's
go ahead,
important.
Sean. Go ahead, Sean. I'm going
I
to
see your
yield my
face, so
time.
I know something's coming. I see
No,
your face.
I'm going to yield my time to Cindy J, since she said I talk over 90% of the time, which I don't. Go back to the tapes and watch, guys.
They can go back.
Uh,
Thank you, Johnny. Don't forget the air conditioning and the dry events for dust mites. That's right. It's a good one, Johnny. Thank you for that. I forgot about that.
well, before I yield my time to Cindy J without interruption, I want to say this. Boy, she couldn't wait to say that to me.
Oh, God.
Uh, uh, I'm truly blessed in this household that I live in with my beloved wife. Thank God for this woman. I don't do any cleaning like that in here. I'm a clean person. I do clean a lot, the regular stuff in the kitchen, all that. But my wife does all the things that you talked about, Miss Miko. She does all of that, and she does it. And she don't want me nowhere around her when she's cleaning.
Yeah.
This woman has the OCD is severe, and everything is. If you walk into this place, it looks like a museum in it. So I couldn't even talk about how. I'm going to listen to what you're saying as far as your tips and what Cindy's talking about as far as this is concerned, and the people in the chat room, because I have no idea, because your boy's truly blessed with a beautiful wife. I'm not diminishing what she does, because they always, because Cindy will jump on that stereotype woman be in the kitchen crap. That's not the case here. Okay, I just want to say that.
But you just did say that that's what goes on over there.
You did.
That's not what goes on over. You see what I'm saying, Cindy? Now you're tripping on. That's not what I'm saying.
But you're saying
I
she
can
does
clean.
so. You're saying so. But you're saying she does so
You
much
say you're
cleaning
so spoiled. You don't do any of that.
that you
She
take a
does it
hands
all.
off approach. Do you
Yeah,
ever?
because
Do
I
you
don't
ever
want to stop.
offer? Do you ever do it before she does it?
Yeah, I clean up. I clean up in here. But when it's
What?
that
Like after
thorough
you make a
cleaning,
sandwich?
no. See what I'm saying? Miss Miguel, I'm saying like that thorough cleaning that you're talking about. You're talking about some heavy spring cleaning. That I don't. She does that. I don't do it.
Do you
She
Shout
help
out to
her?
doesn't
Like, do
Tanya.
you
clean.
ask her? You don't help and ask?
Of course, I help and ask.
He
Of
don't.
course, I do.
You can tell he don't, Cindy. He don't.
I know he
I
don't.
do. See, Miss Miko, I do. But anyway, that's I'm going to listen to everyone. I wish my wife was here because she could jump on this panel and have this conversation. God bless this woman that does such a thorough cleaning in this house. God bless. Cindy, I yield my time.
No, I like that. Those were good tips. And also, it's good. I was just saying because I don't really like cleaning. It's annoying to me. So thank God I have children and I can like supervise. But they do say that, yes, I hate cooking and I hate cleaning, all of it. Do I know how to do it? Yes. Do I like it? Is it my life's work? I can't wait to do that? No, absolutely not. But I did find something that actually works for me because sometimes it's the thinking of doing it all at once. It's good to have like a schedule. Like you do your main cleaning and then like every other weekend you'll do the deep cleaning, like the windows, the
Right.
baseboards, the things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of like being in your kitchen, cleaning up your kitchen and being like, oh, let me do the windows right now, or let me do this. No, like break it up so you don't have to feel overwhelmed and you're spending all day cleaning. Some things you
Right.
can wait until later, save it for another weekend or whatever like that and bust out those things so then it doesn't seem like so much. So that is good. There's something to start thinking about, especially when you want to be opening up the windows
Well,
during this time.
I want to say this about Cindy J. Then guys, we got to get out of here soon. God bless you. Uh, and he talk a lot of women empowerment, and you just said she doesn't like to clean and she could barely cook, and I can prove that she barely cooks,
What?
and I can prove that to you. I can prove that to you, Miss
Sean,
Miko.
no, first
Years,
of all, he's gonna talk about one pie I
and
made
see, Cindy, don't do that.
7 years ago, and the
Cindy,
pie was good. Okay,
Cindy,
Tamiko,
Cindy, why you stealing my thunder? Uh,
he's mad
Miss
because I already know what you're gonna say, and
Miss
that
Miko,
does not mean I can't cook because I had aluminum foil. I didn't put a fresh piece of aluminum foil
uh,
on it. It was still
Miss
good.
Miss Miko, Miss
Wait,
Miko.
Cindy, you put old crumpled up aluminum foil
Hold
on a
on,
fresh pie?
hold on,
Is
Miss
that what
Miko,
you're
hold on,
saying?
hold on, Miss Miko. Miss Miko, we are truly blessed that you've been a part of this show for the last couple of years, and no new friends, and I say that on this show. We do have supporting cast members that do have segments here, but the three of us is what you see for all time moving forward. But Miss Miko, before you was on this beloved show, way back in the day, City came to the studio
Here we
with
go.
one of
Don't
her
worry about
homemade pies. Uh,
it. First of all, Tamiko,
first of
I
all,
picked those. I picked those apples myself. Like this was truly
I'm going this way.
freshly made,
Miss Miko,
organic everything
the-
pie that I made. I went live showing people me making it, and I
uh,
brought it in, and I just left on the aluminum foil that I baked the pie
Princess
with.
of lasagna apple pie.
listen, you see, you notice, Miss Miko, you notice, you see how she's trying to adjust the
Because
pie,
because she wasn't
and she's not
there. She
even letting me
doesn't
finish the
know.
story.
She because she wasn't there and you are just making you're gonna make it what it wasn't.
Yeah, that's not true,
I just had on the same aluminum foil that I baked it in. That's all.
Miss Miko,
So there
Miss
was
Miko.
like a little juices on it on the other side, but that's regular when you use aluminum foil. Like
Miss Miko.
There wasn't anything wrong with the pie. Miko, you hear what I'm saying?
Miss
But
Miko.
why did you use the old foil though?
It
Wait,
wasn't
no,
old
no.
foil. It
Miss
wasn't.
Miko. You know,
I
see,
need
this
to
was Miss
understand the
Miko.
old foil.
Miss Miko, you're talking to the wrong person right now.
It wasn't old foil. It was the same
Miss
foil.
Miko, first of all,
I try not to waste.
I'm gonna start with this. It was the worst apple pie I've ever had in my life because the
He's
apples wasn't cooked
lying.
inside the pan. Now,
He's
now she
lying.
bought it
He's
in
lying.
this dingy ass pan. The apple pie wore 7 pounds. It was a 7-pound apple pie.
It was in a glass baking dish. I bought
And,
that to
and
make
she
That's
talking
a
about
lasagna apple pie.
and she talking about I was the only I saw this pie. Some of our veterans that are in this chat room right now witness this as well. She opens up the pan. The apple pie is leaking out of the pan.
it was
The pan was so bad.
juicy.
She couldn't even cut it. You couldn't even cut the pie. We had to take a shovel the pie out. There was no cinnamon in it. It was all aluminum foil. Because Cindy will tell you this, but she won't tell you this part of the story. She reuses aluminum foil. She doesn't get. She uses her and her mother. Her and her mother. Her and her mother can serve aluminum foil like the world's coming to a freaking end.
Oh
And
God.
she came in with this pie. I looked at it, and the former co-host looked at it like, "What the hell is this?" The pie was hard. The apple still had the freaking skin on it. It was crazy. But
So
she
you
up
say
here
it
with
ain't
this.
so.
She's
Say
up
it
here
I
with
ain't
this
so,
woman
Cindy.
I
empowerment thing.
literally just told you everything he's saying is a lie.
Princess, put number one in the chat room. It's some of my veterans. Put a number one in the
Somebody
chat
said,
room.
I remember this. Who said that? Somebody
Yo,
said, I remember this. Oh, yeah,
yo,
Michael Graffy. He said homemade apple pie. I remember this.
yo, Miss Migo, we know, when somebody takes some of the pie home and take it home, whatever, Cindy took the whole big ass pie home by herself. We didn't want it. It was crusty. It was the worst pie ever on earth.
I can't.
I don't
I
have
can't.
time for this.
All right, listen, we're done. Look at Cindy's face.
Everybody said they remember. LaShawn Hayes said, I remember that too.
Y'all don't remember. Y'all don't even remember what you did yesterday. You don't remember that show.
Miss Migo, the pie weighed 18 pounds. And she had to bring it in with a hand truck. It was cold, all aluminum foil. It was crazy.
Oh, God.
She made it the night before.
Oh, my God. I'm weak.
All right, we're done. We truly appreciate it. We truly.
He ain't feeling it.
And the funny thing about all this, Cindy wasn't even supposed to do the show today. She got bashed this morning for WNBA and that goddamn pie. And since Cindy made that pie, Cindy has offered to make food, and I don't, we don't do that. So yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
I don't have to defend myself.
Okay. Cindy, we're gonna give you the last word before Miss Miko give you the last word. What's on your mind?
I don't have a last word for none of y'all today.
Okay.
You, the chat room, all y'all disgusted me. I don't have nothing to say to any one of you. You're lucky I'm still on this damn live.
Miss Miko, Cindy had a whole apple in the pie.
Oh, my God.
Right.
Oh, my God. I
All
can't.
Right.
I love you, Cindy. I'm not laughing at you, friend.
Miss Miko, go ahead with the last word. Yeah.
The last word is based on spring cleaning, which y'all will get part 2 next week. But folks, remember, the object of cleaning is not just to clean, but to feel happiness living within that environment. That's not a good last word.
No, I'm sorry. I was still on the pie. I was still on the pie. I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? Because the pie got. Wait. Let me get that pie energy because it was a lot of
Oh
trauma for me back then, and a lot of people in the chat room. Hold on. Let me clear that trauma out with that pie that was never to be seen again. It was a crime scene. It was like a First 48 crime scene. When Cindy brought it in, I put the yellow tape on. It was. Hold on. Let me just get that out of my system.
my God.
Okay. Give me a second. Let's have a moment.
Oh my God.
If you don't mind, could you repeat?
The object of spring cleaning is not to clean, but to feel the happiness in that environment.
Uh, we appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause for Cindy J.
I'm I'm clapping for you, girl.
Put a number one in chat room if you enjoyed the show today. Put a number two if you didn't. We appreciate y'all so much. We are 100% committed to the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up team on all media. Thank you so much. Kareem Williams, you want a t-shirt? Reach out to me and I'll get you one. All right. Let's wave, guys. Cindy, wave at your beloved. Cindy.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye. Maybe you'll see me on Monday. Maybe you won't.
Yeah. Don't do that to us, Cindy. All right, later.
Goodbye.
Cindy, they say they love you in the chat room.
Mm-hmm.
Give Cindy some hearts in the chat room, guys, if y'all don't mind. There you go, Cindy. There go your heart. There go your love.
Thank
All
you.
right, we're out.